Hello everybody, I'm Thierry Fautior. I'm the Managing Director of Your Media Transformation, and for those who could not attend my presentation at the BIT conference, I had the opportunity to present it today to you on the Visual On booth. So I'm going to talk about how to optimize streaming, and I'm going to break here some beliefs. It is not because you design a new codec that you are going to solve the problem of internet. So here you'll see some forwards, some codec information, what is beyond codec, the orchestration piece, and then we'll do a checkpoint. After that, we'll look at the device distribution, very important for streaming, and then we'll do a throttling tour. You will understand why. And then the second checkpoint, and then the conclusion. So the forward is that codec is an ongoing discussion for 30 years, and I want to give you some scoop here. I was part of the NAB2024 committee 30 years ago, so I know a bit about video compression. So MPEG basically has a pace of 10 to 7 years of codec innovation, and AOM is also coming with its own line of codec, with the latest one is of course NAB2024. But of course, we also need to know that beyond codec, there are innovations that are also available. So the base in our discussion will be AVC. So AVC will be 100 for the bandwidth. I'm not going to give the exact bitrate because the bitrate depends pretty much on the application, the performance of the encoder, and so forth. So we say AVC is the reference. And for streaming, what counts is what is consumed by the device, not what is the codec. Presentation will look at codec, improvements, device, and of course usage to calculate the traffic. And of course we'll have a wildcard, which is the throttling. You will see why later. So codec and streaming. New codec basically only addresses compatible device. Very important. If you have not a device that supports this codec, you need to simulcast and so forth that you need to encode and distribute to the older device with another codec. This is what I mentioned by feeding legacy device with legacy codec. The model is based on recent US number, and I take here what Warner Media and Comcast provided as an input to this model. This is also looking at estimated bandwidth saving across a variety of content. We don't optimize here for one specific type of content, but for something which is across the variety of different content. So let's look at this table, important one. So you say AVC, it's basically 100 days. Popularity estimated 35%. Traffic therefore 35. And the contribution when you multiply the popularity times the bandwidth is 48%. HAVC, very high number in the US, 60%. Saving 40% versus AVC gives you a contribution of 49%. AV1, everybody gets quite excited. Young and I came back from the AOM party. Look at the saving very high, look at the popularity very low. At the end we talk about 3% of the internet traffic, meaning don't try to optimize the traffic on a new codec. You are wasting your time. If I look at the contribution of the different codec, the new codec, HAVC and AV1 is 27% saving versus the base of AVC. It's not bad, but it's not enough. So AVC obviously is still very high on traffic, and that's what we need to look at. So beyond the codec, hopefully there are other techniques. And because I'm here on the Visual On booth, I'm going to talk about CAE. It's not because Visual On invented CAE, it's because Visual On is pushing the envelope of CAE. You know, many companies have been working on that, Netflix company and the others. It's a very strong technology, and I'm quite happy to the grandfather of CAE for live. Netflix was obviously the first one on here. So basically, different results depending on is it live, is it VOD, does it use AI or not, which codec are we using, AVC or HEVC. So we will assume here, backed by deployment number of different solutions, not by academic numbers. You know me by now, I am in the industry for many years. I'm giving you what is happening in real life. So I will say 40% saving for CAE based on AVC, and in average 20% for HEVC. Yes, it can differ from different implementation. You can have also a difference depending on content, but this is really what people have seen in commercial deployment. So additional late saving versus 100% of AVC will be 48% across all the codecs, which is already a very big saving. So let's look at what is possible beyond the codec. And here I'm going to talk about another improvement, and you see that AI, and I put 3 bullets. Dynamic encoding parameters, which is CAE style, so I say no additional improvement versus CAE. Dynamic ladder optimization, especially for live, is a very complicated thing to do in one pass, but here we can expect 10 to 20% improvement. And then the dynamic resolution, very hot topic right now because it has been selected in Brazil as part of the TV 3.0 standard. We can go from 20 to 50% depending on the type of content. So aggregated all those data, I would say we can talk about 30% additional saving for all AI technology in average. So let's talk about the orchestration. So what is orchestration? It's basically provide more encoding resource to higher content tail and less on longer tail, provide better or worse compression efficiency. So if I tell you on my long tail I have 20% of the content representing 80% of the traffic, if I throw more CPU, I can save 20% bit rate. On the short tail, 80% of my content, 20% of my traffic, I'm going to give much less CPU, and this is going to be, of course, more bandwidth. And the overall, so you'll see the calculation here. High tier 20%, bitrate 100, popularity 80, and then you'll see my optimized traffic is going to be 64. My low tier 80%, 20%, my optimized traffic 24, and therefore overall bandwidth saving with this type of orchestration mechanism is going to be an additional 12%. So you see, you can be smart. People who encode all the library in the same way are wasting bits. So let's do a checkpoint. We have 3 categories: the codec, the CAE, the orchestration, and the AI. So you saw the number 27, 48, 12, 12. And now I'm going to multiply all those numbers. So if I do codec only 7, codec plus CAE 67, codec plus CAE plus orchestration 67, and then all the different combinations together is going to be 77%. Yes, we are very far from the target of 77% today, but this is kind of a roadmap I think people need to have in mind. So we talk about saving of 27 to 77%. So let's look now on the device distribution. Here it's based on the Conviva report of 2022. Connected TV, very high. And it was set-top box connected to TV, 77%. Smartphone, 11%. PC, only 7%, and tablet 5%. So this gives you an idea of what is the pattern of consumption on those devices. You have to remember that. So now the throttle. So for those who live in the US, there is a technology called zero rating. If content provider give a contract with the mobile operator, he says, my content can be consuming without impacting the quota if you reduce the bit rate and the resolution to SD resolution. During COVID, if you remember, in Europe, European Commission said, we don't let you stream UHD, only HD, which is another kind of throttling. So we assume now we are putting HD to TV and PC, and SD to mobile, which is what people do in US. Associated memory saving using this throttling mechanism, 25%. Another potential. Here we impact the quality of experience. It's not seamless compared to the other. So now, checkpoint number 2. That's what we discussed before. No QE change, 100% AVC versus next generation plus. That's what we have here. But if you see, we can additionally to that get an additional 25% bitrate savings, so which means that we are now jumping from 77 to 83 and from 38 to 54. So we can do a lot more using the throttling and of course using the device. We have throttle depending on the type of device. To summarize, AVC is still a pain point in streaming efficiency. Bandwidth reduction is possible using various techniques, CAE, AI, orchestration. Result ranges from 38% if you take next generation plus CE versus and 77% if you take a base only AVC. Device-centric throttling can bring additional 20% saving, and result saving can go from 54% if you compare to next generation connect plus CE to 83% if you start from an AVC base. So I want to thank you for your attention. I hope it was a useful presentation, and as you can see, there's a lot of work ahead of us. So hopefully we'll be able to bring the bitrate down to the not only legacy connect but also to the next generation connect. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon at NAB.